Hi, everybody. It's been a while. I decided to do this video today to sort of do an update to the channel for anybody who cares, and also maybe just a cathartic release of all my emotions and whatnot that's been going on for the past year. So it's been a while. For those of you who don't know, I tried to launch a Kickstarter for my game Ultimate Kart Racing, and basically, and so obviously it didn't go very well, and I was devastated. I had made a bunch of content and I put out slowly yet surely. The editing was just so much for me. um, and so, yeah, eventually I put out 2 podcast episodes. I believe the recording and then subsequent uploading of it was right around the very beginning of the Kickstarter. So there was still this slight glimmer of hope that, like, while maybe I wouldn't be a success, I would get somewhere with it. And obviously, just nowhere. Absolutely, absolutely nowhere. And so I spent a good amount of time completely depressed and wondering if I'm even worth it or whatever, which, good news, it turns out that's completely normal. I've watched a lot of videos, I've done a lot of research on how to launch something, and I think I'm getting ready. I'm getting close to that second chance where I'm going to launch. And so I'm going to be launching again, which means all of the videos that I currently have on this channel will soon be deleted. And so basically that's because all of the videos are going to be essentially out of date. Everything's going to be out of date because I have brand new art for everything. I have a brand new card style. Everything is going to be just completely new. And so I really wanted to give a better first impression, even if it is my second impression. So if you're subscribed, if you give a crap, please keep at it, because I promise there's going to be so much more coming. And I did want to leave you guys with at least a little preview of what we have. All right, so this was my roads before. You can see it right here. I even had them printed up. There's a little, it's fine. It's great. On the website itself, it said that it had a very low resolution, but I printed it anyways. Anyway, so yeah, this is what it looked like. Funnily enough, this is where it came from originally. Try that again. There we go. This is what it originally came from. You can see that it even still includes Shutterstock.com. And so me being the ultimate pirate, I just cut that off. I just cut off the stock thingy, and then I just copied and pasted the same green over the road so that it looked like it was just a straight road versus a four-way. You can even see there's the crosswalk right there. So I just used the same thing. And then the same thing for the turn. I just took green and put it there and put it there. And then these black squares were just black squares. If I'm not mistaken, I went into paint and I dragged and dropped, and then just so that's why they look like this one overlaps the freaking grass. That's how bad it is. So all that to say that now I've actually had an artist go through and completely redo my roads. And so now here's like a normal four-way stop. You can see obviously now it looks much better. There's some wear and tear on the road itself, the grass, a little bit of dirt, everything looks good. But the best part is that there are variants of it. So you have this, then you have some skid marks, a missile, flaming tire. And now here is my ability box. This, oh my God, I love this because we got the UKR logo right there. So just a comparison. This is what it used to look like. This was literally a PNG. And so as you can see, I made it transparent. And so you can actually see the road under it. And so it was just a PNG, and I'm pretty sure it's actually from a video game. So if I would have had to launch this at all, it would have not been okay. The whole point of getting all this together was really just to show this is what it could look like. I think the biggest thing that I learned from Kickstarter is I was under the impression, and maybe this is how it started, but I was under the impression that when you kickstart something, it's to kickstart it, it's to get the project going. But what it's turned into, or what it is now at least, is everybody pretty much wants a completed game, and all that is needed is money for the distribution. So something like this, which for me was like, all right, this looks good. This gives a really good impression of what it's going to be. I'm going to get the money. That money is going to help me get a final version of this. And then I launch it. That's why I gave myself like 6 months, I think, at least, from the end of the Kickstarter to when I actually would launch it. I gave myself at least 6, maybe even 8 months, because I really wanted to make sure I had plenty of time to do this. Well, I mean, now I've kind of done that part, because now I do have a final version, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And so again, with the variants, we got this one, this one, this one, this one, and now the booster pads. Oh my God, the booster pads. I love the way the booster pads look. So we're always going to have to go back to the original. And yeah, here we go. The original, it was just a PNG on top of the thing. You can even see the black line goes over it. So it's not even like that is over there. One feedback that I got from somebody is that when you land on a boost pad, you actually go forward 4 spaces. But right here, there's only 1, 2, 3 arrows. So I took that and I ran with it. So this next one, it has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at a glance, you can kind of see, oh, I can go forward. The best part is it looks like one of those pads that would be put down on the road, which was the direction that I gave my artist. And it looks chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And then, of course, we got variants with this one as well. And now we have our hazard. So again, here's what we have now. This is what we had before. Again, just a PNG. And it just so happened that the shade of gray was close enough to the road, and it gave it a look like it was falling down, that when I made it transparent, it was totally fine. But now we've got it much more artistic. You know, now it looks like more in the art style, whereas like this other one was kind of like a CG amongst a cartoon, sort of. So like this one's just so much better. And again, we got variants, which brings us just to our straight road with its variants, our turn with its variants, and there you go. Our brand new art style for it. You know what? I will end this with a little preview. New card template. So this will be the template, and then all the abilities will go on top of this. So here we go. This is how it's looking. This is where it started. Look at what you came from. Look at you now. And I've given plenty of feedback. And so now this is where it's going. So we've changed a few things. We've added like some bars off to the side to make it look like they're signs. This is like the rarity right here. So this one's just white rarity. And so that's why it looks really basic. But then as it gets more and more rare, it's going to get a lot more cooler looking. But so this is going to be, and so let's bring up the comparison. So these are my quote unquote new. So as you can see, this is kind of how I had it before. Everything was just borrowed assets. And Yeah. So, I mean, it looks super basic. Now everything is created from the ground up. Everything is new. Even the lightning, I found a street sign that actually had a lightning bolt. And so we went with that versus just the one I had before. And I really like that. So right here, rolling grenade would go right here. Projectile would go right here. And then the image would go right here. This is also a this is also a spoiler for one of the booster packs you could possibly get. Anyways, then there's a status. So here's the status. If you zoom in, can we zoom in? Oh my God. Yeah, if you zoom in, you can see there's a little air coming out of the tire. So yeah, rolling grenade, projectile. Then down here, this sign is going to show how much damage. There's the damage thing for it, which directions it can go. So I made it white so it fit a little bit better with like the road sign aesthetic of it. Here's what it used to look like. I had her thicken up the arrows to make it look a lot better when it's shrunk down, because when it's right here, it looks good, but then we need to be able to shrink it down. So it looks much better shrunken down now. And then there's the lightning. And so the lightning is actually part of a power up system where basically I can have a rolling grenade. And by having a duplicate of the rolling grenade, I now get to use what's in the power up. And so now it's going to do a little bit more damage. It's going to have more distance, but then it usually always has an additional something. So for the grenade, for instance, after the explosion, grenade will split into 2 more grenades, bouncing forward up to 3 spaces ahead, and then 3 more for the second. So essentially turning this into like a MIRV grenade where it splits into a bunch or whatever. I'll reveal at a separate time because we do have a lot, like the rolling grenade, we have a new art style for that and it looks great. And the missile and the blue hell, should I say, for legal purposes, it's the blue hell. So yeah, we have so much good stuff coming. I am in the process of getting us on Board Game Geek because apparently that's like a thing. Like I'm so new at this that I don't know what Board Game Geek is and the fact that you should be on it if you're a game designer. So I'm getting myself on there, which means I have to add myself before then I can add me to the fact that I'm designing a game. It's very confusing, and since I'm really new at this, I'm slowly but surely getting there. So I mean, for now, that's going to be the preview. I just wanted to give you guys an update because it's literally been almost a whole year since I've even uploaded, and also to give you a heads up that things will be changing. I will delete older videos because basically I'll be making newer versions of them with the new art style and even some of the newer rules and stuff. And so, yeah, there we go. That's it. That's all I have for you. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what's going on. I'm being stupid. Anyways, so yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and keep that bell icon on. Give this a like. Please comment. Let me know, do you like the new art style? Do you like the new roads? Let me know, please. I would like as much feedback as possible. Thank you so much, and you have yourself a great day.